Welcome to Late Night Philosophy with the FWP World Trash-Talking Champion, whatever, Trevor. Tonight, I'd like to talk about what I want, how I want this world to work, how I think the future should happen. This is what I want. I'm not trying to convince anybody. I'm not running for politics. I'm just stating and clarifying what it is that I want. The first thing that I want, socialize housing. Give everybody a home. Wherever they live right now, whether they're paying rent or paying mortgage or own the place, it's yours. That's your home now. We completely eliminate the real estate market because, well, it's completely ridiculous in the first place. But once a house is built, what resources go into it that make it so expensive for resale? It's ridiculous. It's a ridiculous market, and we need to clean it up. And the way we clean it up is by socializing it and giving everybody their home where they live. It's that simple. That will stabilize our economy. The people that suffer from it, they got plenty. They will be okay. The landowners are not going to suffer because some of the land is distributed among the rest of us. And even if they do suffer, it's about time that they suffer and understand that rent and mortgage has been ridiculous for too long, and it's gotten way out of control. And the way to fix it is to socialize housing, and that will stabilize people's economic situations. And then they can go out and spend money on the things that they haven't been able to spend it on because they've been paying too much rent and too much for their mortgage. And they've been locked into these financial situations that basically cripple them. Let's face it. Socialize housing. It's the easiest way to reduce the financial stress on everybody globally. Socialize housing. That's the first thing I want. The second thing that I want, let me check my list. Oh yeah, this is my favorite, and people are not going to like this one. Eliminate profiteering. No more profiting from what you do. What you do takes a certain amount of resources, and that's what that good or service should cost, is the amount of resources that go into it. And that can help us to stabilize our economy if we just eliminate the profiteering, and instead of using a supply and demand and predict economic model, we move to a demand and supply by analyzing and having people step forward rather than corporations having the resources to try and predict what to do. People can step forward with more of a, what do they call it, a crowdfunding situation where we do things because people have said that they want it done, and that's how a demand and supply works, and that can eliminate the profiteering. The next thing that we do is product responsibility. So the costs of goods and services should include the cost of maintaining a balance with the earth through the production of the good and service or the destruction, the end life of the goods and services. And that should be responsibility of the corporations that build or use those goods and services to properly account for the birth and the death of the products used or sold by the corporations, and those costs should be reflected in the cost of the goods or services to the customer. This is product responsibility, and this is the key to living in balance with the earth, is accounting for the things that we do and not just what we can make off of the goods and services that we provide, but what are they actually worth? And the next thing I would like to see us do is introduce wage equality. And this is true wage equality, not, a woman makes the same as a man doing the same job, but everybody that's doing a job makes the same amount. An hour is an hour. I don't care who you are or how important you think you are. You know what? You can be replaced, and you will be replaced by the person that you're training, who is just as important as you, because you need to do the important things. Well, the new people learn how to do what you're doing. And this makes it, everything needs to be done in order to get it all done, man. The head electrician is no more important than the starting electrician who runs the wires and does all the gopher work, well, the head electrician makes sure everything works properly and teaches the young electrician what to do. But all the things that both of them do need to get done, and to account for that inequally is what causes a problem in our economic system. And if we go to wage equality and an hour is an hour, what that does is it stabilizes the cost of goods and services based upon the amount of time that people spend to provide those goods and services. And this is very important because not only does it stabilize the cost of goods and services, but it creates a directly proportional accounting equation between the cost of goods and services and the amount of time that human beings spend to produce those goods and services. Once we stabilize the cost of goods and services, then we can introduce positive unemployment. So as we automate things and we build automatons and robots and we have AI take over our jobs, then the cost of goods and services goes down in direct proportion to the amount of jobs that we lose. And then those people that are not working can be retrained and put back into the workforce so that everybody works less. And as everybody works less, the cost of goods and services also reduces. It's a directly proportionate accounting system. And this is how we handle the loss of jobs. This is how we make jobs a good thing. This is how we hopefully eliminate all the jobs so that all that people have to do is recreate and entertain and spend time with family and friends and create art and just live the lives that we're intended to live, which are supposed to be joyful and fun, not full of tedious labor that can be done by robots. This is how we move past the capitalist inability to handle the loss of jobs. Stabilize wage equality, stabilizes the cost of goods and services, and then with a directly proportionate accounting system, as we work less, the cost of goods and services costs less. We have product responsibility, so the cost of those goods and services includes whatever we need to do it in balance with the earth, to build that thing and to return that thing. And it all starts with simply socializing housing and recognizing a house that is already built does not require any resources. It doesn't require people to spend time to build it again. It's already there, so it should be free. So this is why we socialize housing. And then when we apply all of these things, we get to a point where we can produce things for free. I'm talking about an infrastructure where robots gather the materials in a balance with the earth. Then they process those materials, treating any waste while processing those materials to stay balanced with the earth. And then those robots build whatever it is that I want. And then robots and AI figure out how to deliver it to my home. And then it gets to my home, and no human beings have spent any time to deliver that good or service. That good or service then becomes free. Free. Or a small amount of overhead because of human interaction that maintains robots or maintains our power system, or whatever it is that we need to continue to do as human beings, or choose to do because this is labor that some people want to do. And I'm not going to take away a job that you want to do, but let's take away all of the jobs that people don't want to do and give them to robots and make those robots perfectly happy to do the jobs that we don't want to do so that we can go and do the things that we want to do. It's an awful lot, and I'm about 10 minutes right now, and that's good with me. But I'm telling you, I could talk for 10 minutes about each of those things pretty easily. The Unifocratic economy. This is what I want. Socialize housing. Eliminate profiteering. product responsibility, wage equality, positive unemployment, and make things for free. We can do this. That's how we do it. I love you. We'll see you in that ring. Ha 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 ha.